The man pretended to be drinking coffee, but the cup was full of soil. Taking advantage of no one's notice, he poured all the soil into the trash can. Every time they dug out soil before, the prisoners would put it into backpacks, then swagger to the second-floor cell, and transport it to the gap in the roof through the hole. But as time went on, the gap was almost full. They were discussing solutions when the prison guards launched a surprise inspection. Two people turned around and ran to the cell. Because there were still companions in the tunnel at that time, they hurried back to the cell to report the news. But the space in the tunnel was too narrow, and the companions really couldn't make it in time. The prison guards outside the room began to wreak havoc, and ordered everyone to go out. Jim found that his companions hadn't come out yet, so he had to stand up to stop the prison guards. He pushed a guard hard, and the prisoners standing behind were not to be outdone either. The scene instantly became a mess. Of course, the prisoners with bare hands were no match for the guards, and they were quickly knocked down. But this also bought enough time for the companions in the tunnel. They blocked the hole with stones, then filled all the gaps with paste, and even moved a table to block it. In order not to arouse the guards' suspicion, they also needed to wipe off the soil on their bodies. At this time, the guards came to their cell. He threw all the items on the ground, and even climbed up to the attic. He was attracted by the poster on the wall. The guard's hand had already touched the ceiling, but at the critical moment, a colleague appeared and called him away. Only then did everyone escape the disaster, but they still received punishment. Everyone took off their clothes and squatted in the sun. Jim, who took the lead in making trouble, was also locked in a dark room. This still couldn't stop them. To speed up the escape, they decided to find more people to join them. This greatly increased the risk of being discovered, so they adopted a shift system. They could dig for at least 8 hours a day. In order not to be noticed by others, every shift change required careful cleaning of the whole body, not even sparing the nail seams. But as the tunnel continued to deepen, there was a lack of oxygen inside. Prisoners on shifts fainted inside. To solve this problem, Jim used the escape as a condition to get a motor. Then, when the lawyer visited, he brought in extra long plastic bags. He made them into a ventilation pipe, ensuring the circulation of air inside. The problem of lack of oxygen was solved. Everyone was looking forward to the success of the plan. On this day, they heard a strange sound similar to an earthquake. Fortunately, the earthquake only lasted for a while, but the guards found that the number of people was wrong, so they pretended to have sprained their ankles, thus avoiding the guards' suspicion. Two kids were playing a game, not noticing at all the zombies growling behind them. This was a world overrun by zombies. The virus had lasted for 6 years. The brother and sister in this wilderness had never been discovered by anyone. Facing the zombies outside, they weren't afraid at all, because their windows were made of bulletproof glass. Zombies couldn't get in at all. They had to face not only zombies, but also be wary of other survivors. One day, a car drove over. Seeing this, Tom walked over and warned them to leave quickly, but he was just a kid. The man wasn't afraid of him at all. He asked Tom where his parents were. Seeing Tom stay silent, he had to leave in a huff. But what the man didn't know was that the toy gun Tom was holding was actually a tranquilizer gun. Anyone hit by it would pass out instantly. The next day, Tom and his sister were playing outside. The man from yesterday came again. This time, he even brought his girlfriend. The man asked Tom again, "Where are your parents?" Tom lied, saying they'd gone to search for supplies. But the man and his girlfriend didn't believe him at all. The woman put on a friendly smile and said they could protect Tom and his sister until their parents came back. When they saw the supplies in the house, even a working refrigerator, the couple immediately decided to stay. Little did they know, they had gotten themselves into big trouble. That night, the four of them ate together. The couple ate happily, but Tom didn't touch his food. The woman asked him why he wasn't eating. He just glanced at the dog and then said something strange. It's time to end all this. When night fell, Tom moved his sister to the safe room and then locked the door. At the same time, the couple was still fooling around, unaware that danger was approaching. When the woman came back from the bathroom, she found the outside full of zombies. They knew the zombies couldn't get in, so they turned off the lights. Suddenly, the door behind the woman opened. Her boyfriend sensed something was wrong, pulled out his gun, and went forward to check. All he saw was his girlfriend lying on the floor. Just like that, both of them disappeared, and the brother and sister were still playing at the door. It was clear this wasn't the first time they had encountered human intruders. One day, another survivor found the villa. Do you think he can spot the problem? Please share your opinion.